Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Allie's Amazing Scents. My name's Allison, and today we're going to be talking about my top picks of Scentsy's limited time offers for 2020. So let's get started. What I mean by limited time offers is bars that were not in the regular catalog. So they weren't in the spring and summer catalogs. It was not in the winter or fall catalog. But items that were maybe Bring Back My Bars, collections that were released, scent of the month. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a list of 12, but I do have two honorable mentions I wanted to talk about first. And my first honorable mention is Be Fabulous. This was April 2020 scent of the month. The scent notes on Be Fabulous are bright lemonesso sparkles against a splash of ruby grapefruit and sweet sugared musk. So this is really nice. I love the grapefruit in here. The second honorable mention I have is from the Disney collection. This came out in February of 2020, and this is We're All Mad Here. So Scentsy says We're All Mad Here is tart plum, strawberry, and pink sugar, all sparkling with a bright burst of fizz. So these two are somewhat similar, but I'd say We're All Mad Here has a little less grapefruit, a little sweeter, and it has that effervescence of the fizz. This is all gone. Sadly, I did not have Scentsy Club when this came out, but this was really good, and it was released with the Cheshire Cat Scentsy Buddy. So if you're not familiar with Scentsy Buddies, I'll just tell you briefly. They are cute little stuffed animals that have a spot in the back where you can put a scent pack. So he came with a scent pack in We're All Mad Here as well. And I got this for my youngest daughter's first birthday, and she really likes it. Her birthday was in March. We're now at the end of the year, December, and I can still smell it. So these, the scent packs really last a long time in the Scentsy Buddies. But those were my two honorable mentions for 2020. So let's get started on the top 12 list. Okay, coming in at number 12, from the June 2020 Bring Back My Bar lineup, we have banana nut bread. Scentsy says, right out of the oven with pure ripe bananas, nuts, and spices. This one took me by surprise because I wouldn't call myself a bakery fan necessarily. It's not really in my wheelhouse, but I actually really enjoyed this. It was strong, long lasting, and it's just a really nice bakery scent. This was actually the first scent that convinced Heidi, Orville's wife. Orville made this scent. Heidi and Orville are the CEOs of Scentsy, if you're not familiar. He made this scent, brought it home for Heidi to try. I went off, did his thing, went to work or whatever, and he came home and he actually thought she was baking fresh banana nut bread. So once that happened, they knew that they had a winner, and this was one of their original scents, and it is so good. I think it does come back quite frequently, so I don't know that I would add this to my club, because like I said, I tend to not, go for bakery right away, but this had to make my list because of the performance and because it really took me by surprise just how good it was. So that was number 12, banana nut bread. Okay, so for number 11, we have, this was August's scent of the month, and this is Aloe Vera and Ivy. Cool aloe entwined with climbing ivy and a splash of watery melon. This is really good. And look at the color of this wax. It's a nice, pretty green wax. This one, I feel like people either really liked it, like me, or they did not like it because of that melon note. It's almost kind of like, I don't want to say a watermelon note, but not really like a honeydew. It definitely has a a melon note in it. It's good. It did not make my club because I had picked up several bars when it came out, and I used to like aloe water and cucumber better than this one, but this was really good. Okay, so that was number 11. Number 10, this one just came out in the December 2020 Bring Back My Bar, and this is Plum and White Woods. Okay, so Plum and White Woods. Scentsy says, sweet raspberry preserves and damson plum weave through vanilla orchid. So this is a really beautiful scent. It's kind of perfumey, and I do love me some plum, but this is like a perfumey plum. We had this in my daughter's room. We warmed 2 cubes. See, it's this pretty purple color, and she really liked it as well. This is one of those scents that I feel like would be nice in a body line as well. So this is Plum and White Woods. The next one at number 9 is from the International Collection, which came out in July of 2020. So the International Collection had, I believe, 5 of the best-selling bars from different regions in the world. Scentsy has different regions: North America, Canada, America, Mexico. We are region 1. And then there's Europe, and then there's Australia and New Zealand. And they have different scents than we do. Part of it is just they're, you know, a different part of the world. Part of it is that they're in different seasons than us. So that, like, right now in December, Australia is in their summer season. So they have different scents at different times. But Scentsy did this really cool collection that had 5 different bestsellers from all over the world, and there was some really good ones in there. One of them made my club, and that was Windowsill Breeze. You guys, this is good. It is fresh, clean breeze flutters through crisp linen in a perfect spring moment. And this one was popular in Europe and Australia / New Zealand. This is a powerhouse. So good. So this is a fresh laundry scent, and it's very strong and long lasting. This is definitely open concept worthy. You can no longer get it in wax. Obviously, it was a limited time offer, but in the fall winter catalog, it did come out in a couple of the laundry line products. I don't know that it was the whole laundry line. Maybe laundry liquid and washer whiffs. I don't think it's available in the dryer discs, but I'm wondering if Scentsy was kind of testing the waters to see how it will perform here, to see if maybe this makes it back in the catalog. I wouldn't be surprised if this makes it into a future catalog, as well as maybe what was that one, sandalwood? I'm drawing a blank, but there was a sandalwood one that performed really well. A lot of people really liked, and then there was like a strawberry one that performed really well. So some of those we may see in the future here in Region 1, but until then, this is definitely my favorite out of it. Like I said, it's a powerhouse. It's so fresh. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like a fabric softener that you would get, but it's just really good. Okay, so that was number 9, Windowsill Breeze. My number 8 pick for the limited time offers of 2020 is Coconut Cotton. This was in the June 2020 Bring Back My Bar lineup, and this one is beautiful. Scentsy says this is warmed cotton, creamy coconut milk, bright citrus, and white sandalwood transport you to a cabana on a tropical beach. This is so beautiful. I would call this maybe a medium in intensity. I don't know that I would put it in my open concept, but it is so beautiful and fresh and clean. This is in my club, and this is going to stay in my club. Okay, number 7 in the lineup is from June 2020 Bring Back My Bar as well. They had some great bars in that lineup, but this is Fuzzy Blanket. Fuzzy Blanket is, Scentsy says, snuggle up to the soft scent of lavender, sandalwood, and sweet honeysuckle. This is beautiful. Oh, it's so calming and relaxing. And if you saw my most recent Scentsy Club haul, I talked about how I found that mixing these two is a really amazing combination, but they're both good on their own. Um, Also, Fuzzy Blanket, it's an older scent. It was in the catalog prior to Jammy Time. Once Jammy Time came out, it replaced this, which I do love me some Jammy Time, but Fuzzy Blanket is wonderful. So I'm so glad that this came back and I had the chance to pick it up and add it to my club. Okay, number 7 for limited time offers of 2020. This is in the December 2020 Bring Back My Bar lineup, and this is Cashmere Pear. Slip into sensual white amber, Madagascar vanilla, silky pear, and warm red ginger. A blend as smooth and luxurious as fine spun cashmere. This is gorgeous. I love this one. This is another one that I feel like it would be really nice in a body line. This is in my club. It's gonna stay in my club. If you like, what is that? Honey pear cider, you will probably like this one. It doesn't have like the spice note of the cider. It's more of like a fancy pear. And this is another one I think would be great in the body line or as a perfume, as a body spray. I would wear this in all of those. I would use this in all the things. This is so good. Okay, so that is Cashmere Pear. Okay, number 5. This was a limited time offer that launched on November 9th, 2020. I'm not sure if it's still available in the catalog as I film this, but it is Disney's Monsters Inc. Monstropolis. This is awesome. This did also launch with Mike Walskowski, probably not saying that right, but Mike and Sully buddies from the movie. Those are both sold out. I think they went on back order, where you would be able to get them next spring sometime. But this may or may not still be available. If it's available, I highly recommend that you do pick it up and try it. This is wonderful. In the beginning of the video, I talked about Alice in Wonderland, We're All Mad Here, and Be Fabulous. This is kind of like a combination between the two. It is beautiful, and it has that effervescence note to it as well, which I don't believe is listed in the description, but it's there and it's great. So Scentsy says for Monsters Inc., open the door to an incredible fragrance, a monster dose of mandarin, watermelon, pineapple, and lush palms await in a world like no other. So they don't note the effervescence in the main description. Also, when I read it, it doesn't sound like the description of those other two, but I'm definitely picking that up. I would say more of a Alice in Wonderland than a Be Fabulous, but it is so good. So I'm so thankful that I have Scentsy Club now because I didn't have it when those ones came out. And this is awesome. And look at the color of the wax. It's so pretty. This is a really strong performer. I put 2 cubes in my daughter's room, and it has been performing like a champ. It's been in there about 4 or 5 days now. My husband walked down the hall and said, it smells good in here. So he was able to note that, and that says a lot. And this is just wonderful, you guys. Okay, so pick that up if you have the chance still. The next one, number 4, we're getting down there. Oh, this is so good. June 2020 Scent of the Month. Welcome Summer. Scentsy says, usher in sunny days with refreshing watermelon, lush wild plumeria, and a splash of tropical waters. And it's this beautiful yellow wax. This is so good. I feel like this is another one. I think melon can be really tricky. It has to be done right, and people either love it or hate it. This is another one that, people either loved it or hated it. I'm on Team Love, obviously. I did not put it in my, I had it in my club, but I took it out because I have several bars of it. And and it's so good. This is a powerhouse. This is one of the strongest performing Scentsy scents that I've experienced. I had this in my open concept, and the last few times that I've warmed it, I've had it there for like almost a week, and I've just taken it out because I wanted a new scent in there. Not because it lost all of its scent. It just goes and goes and goes. And like I said, it is a powerhouse. So I love this. I actually warmed some of this a couple weeks ago in December. And it was such a nice, like, refreshing scent, you know, so much different than the heavy winter scents that a lot of us are in now. But anyway, welcome summer. This was great. Loved this one. Okay, so now we're down to the top 3 limited time offers of 2020. So number 3 for me, I actually don't have the clamshell of this because I warmed through half a bar of it, and then I gave the rest to my friend to try because she loves bakery. So this was in the December 2020 lineup, and a lot of you have probably heard a lot of buzz about this, but this is Sweet Plum Pastry, my number 3. And let me just say, I was shocked how much I loved it because, like I said earlier, I'm not a big bakery fan, but it is wonderful. And I do love me some plum. And this is a very strong, room-filling, powerhouse, long-lasting scent. It's beautiful. I love it. I will warm that all year long. That's staying in my club, and that is Sweet Plum Pastry. And Scentsy says for the notes on Sweet Plum Pastry, black plum and toasted coconut garnish a cloud of marshmallow. So that does sound very bakery, and I'm sure there's other notes in there with the pastry and stuff. But it is just so good, and it's this beautiful, like, dark purple color. It's good, you guys. It's really good. Okay, so number 2, getting down there, number 2 on my list is from the June 2020 Bring Back My Bar lineup, and it is Rio Beach. Scentsy says, the scent of sun, surf, sand, and samba, coconut milk, tropical fruit, and tonka bean. This is great. I love this so much. This is in my club. This is gonna stay in my club. It just gives me like this just feeling of being on a beach with hot white sand, and it's so good. In that same Bring Back My Bar, they had another one called White Sands, and they also had beach. Both of those were in my club. I've since removed them. White Sands is pretty close to this one, but I feel like it was a little bit more musky. They had like white rice in it as one of the notes. But anyway, Rio Beach made the cut above those because it is great. Super long lasting, super strong performer. This is another one where I put it in my open concept, and after a week or so, I just want a different scent, and I tend to end up dumping it when there's still some fragrance left in it. So if this ever comes back and Bring Back My Bar and you're looking for a strong performing summer scent, I highly recommend this one. Okay, so now we're down to my number 1 choice of the limited time offer bars for 2020. This one really took me by surprise. To me, it's one of those situations where you may read scent notes, but you really have to experience it in person. Not only smell it on cold, but really warm it and get a full idea of the way it performs with, you know, all the different notes, the top notes, mid notes, base notes. Because this one, just reading the description, it didn't really excite me, but it isn't by far my number 1 limited time release of 2020. It is wonderful. And it is none other than Ghostly Greetings. Ghostly Greetings is everything. I can't say enough about it. I love it. Okay, so look at this beautiful color, dark purple wax. Oh, it's so good. Let me read you the notes. Since this is my number 1, I have the overall description of it, and then I have a description of the top, mid, and base notes. So this was 2020 scent of the month for September. And it totally took me by surprise. And it is a powerhouse. It is super long lasting. I have some going in the warmer behind me right now. But it really can go in any area of your house. And to me, it's something that can be warmed year round. Okay, so for the main description of the note, Scentsy says spooky black plum. There we are with the plum again. Spooky black plum, spiced berry, and a dash of bourbon are brewed in a cauldron and ready to beckon you in. So that's the overall description. For the top notes, it's Davana, which is a type of flower, clove, and pink pepper. I'm usually not a big clove fan, but it's really done right in here. The mid notes, amber woods, berry, and plum. And then the base notes are sandalwood, cream, cedar, patchouli, and sheer musk. So this is like a deep, rich fragrance. If I had to categorize it, I would probably put it in the woods category. Yeah. But it's really good. It's very unique. It's something that you kind of just have to experience because there's really nothing else out there that smells like this. It is wonderful. So that is my number one pick, and that is Ghostly Greetings. Okay, so we've made it through my top picks of 2020 limited time offers in Scentsy bars. I would love to know your guys' thoughts. Let me know what some of your favorites were. Maybe some that weren't your favorites. What you thought of some of these bars, and maybe something that you're looking forward to coming in the upcoming year. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your year. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.